Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Saturday. Welcome back to Yield Weekly Home Fragrance Roundup, the video that Alf and I like to upload most Saturdays here on my channel, where I just kind of talk through all of the home fragrance that I was using over the course of the past week. So candles I was burning, wax melts I was melting, what I was crocking, what I was lamping, all that fun jazz. And if you're wondering who Alf is, he is my trusty pug assistant. So he's my little black pug. He is just the sweetest little boy. He really enjoys sitting in my lap while I film, specifically in this room on the floor. So you will hear him in the background. He's probably gonna fall asleep, take a little nap while I, chew your ear off about home fragrance. And the snoring that you hear is obviously going to be coming from this guy. So please enjoy the free pug ASMR. Anyway, I want to definitely dive right in, but before I do, just usual disclaimer, check out the description box down below. There's lots of links down there, not only everything, links to everything that I am showing here, but also Candle Croc and Candle Lamp 101. If you don't know what either of those two candle accessories are, definitely take the time to watch those videos, and I put links to crocs and lamps that I think are wonderful options. Sales information, although I will say I don't even know that it's worth really putting that in there for this weekend, because we all know that starting on Tuesday we're gonna have SAS from Bath & Body Works. We're gonna have all sorts of candle sales that are gonna be happening, because I think most of these companies are going to be looking to unload the last of what is left in their holiday collections, and that means some pretty great sales for us. So if you are looking to stock up on things for next year, I will be, if I'm up to it, I will definitely take the time on Tuesday to do a community post, just kind of sharing what I think the best sales are. So anyway, there's discount codes in the description box. It's just a plethora of information, so feel free to check down there if you're curious about anything. I am planning on taking this weekend kind of off from social media stuff and YouTube. I just want to spend time with my family, and so I'm looking forward to that. I hope that you have some fun plans for yourselves. Let me know what your holiday plans are if you're celebrating in the comments down below. I look forward to just kind of reading through those and seeing what you guys are up to. I do have a video that I pre-filmed earlier this week that is going up tomorrow on Christmas Eve, and it's just what I'm going to be using in terms of home fragrance, specifically on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So I just kind of walk you guys through my game plan for the home fragrance for the holidays. So if you're interested in that, that video will be going up on Sunday. So all right, without further ado, let's get into it. I'm gonna get started with the one lonely candle that I currently have burning. It's in this room here. It's off to the side here. It is The Most Wonderful Time of the Year from Homeworx. This was a Christmas in July TSV fragrance. I never did any in-depth reviews on any of those fragrances. I think I just did my first impressions. I have now finished a couple of those candles, and they actually burned quite well for me. Some of the fragrances were new, some of them were returning favorites. For example, Over the River and Through the Woods, that one was a returning favorite. Some of the other ones could have been as well, but I've just never had them in the past, so they're kind of new to me this year. But I feel kind of bad that I never did like formal in-depth reviews of those, but honestly, time just got away from me, and all of a sudden all the fall candles started coming out, and I just started reviewing those and completely forgot about Christmas in July candles. So next year, I'll definitely try to be a little bit better about that. So yeah, that's the only candle that's currently burning. I was actually using all three of my crocs this week, so I wrote down what I'm using so I don't forget. So in the laundry room, I have Sugared Apple from Yankee Candle. That one is performing much better in the crock. It is their paraffin formula. It was one of the candles that I bought back in like 2012, so it's been sitting around for years. Really didn't throw very well when I was burning it, so when it was lit, it just didn't give me very much. I put it in the crock, and it's been performing so much better in the crock. I love it. I think it's a really great scent. I used to actually think that Sugared Apple was a better scent for the fall, but now I really like it during the holidays. So I do believe that Yankee did bring that back this year for Christmas, so you might be able to find it on sale starting on Tuesday at Yankee. In the upstairs master bedroom, I have my Bath & Body Works Vanilla Balsam that dudded out on me earlier this week. It got puny wick syndrome, so I put it in the crock. It's doing great in there. And then in the back bedroom that I typically film in, I had, I reviewed Country Candle Hollyberry this week, and it really didn't do very well in terms of strength and throw. It's a nice scent, but it, you know, was kind of light. So I popped it into the candle crock, and oh man, it came to life in there. I actually really like that scent. When I reviewed it, I was like, oh, I don't know that these fragrance notes really make sense for this time of year, but I just really like the scent just for what it is. I still don't think that it's like overly holiday in my eyes, but it's a really great scent. So anyway, Hollyberry from Country Candle is performing way better in the crock than it did for me when it was lit. So yeah, that's kind of where a lot of candles will go. Not to die. I don't view my candle crocks as a waste. It gives me the fragrance. It doesn't give me the ambiance of the flame, obviously, but I've always got other candles going, so I've got plenty of ambiance. I don't need to worry about that. But I do want to extract the fragrance at the very least from these candles. So the crock is a great way to do that. And then earlier this week, I finished the last of my snow-tipped pine, which I was melting underneath my candle lamp that I have in my office. And all the other candle lamps have been off for pretty much most of this month. So not much in the way of lamping was happening. And now let's get into, let's talk about what I finished this week. So I did finish Homeworx Cranberry Wreath, kind of proud to finish another Homeworx. In fact, I have 2 more Homeworx candles that I also finished this week. So this one here is Cranberry Wreath, which is such a favorite of mine. I love this particular scent. This one was from back in 2021. Great performance on this one, no issues at all, no problems with the wicks, no sooting, anything like that. Decent strength and throw. It's also been sitting for a while, so really enjoyed that one. Holiday Wishes. Okay, so this one was like a super rare miss for me from Homeworx. Typically, I like a lot of the fragrances that Harry develops, but this one here, despite it having some like orange pomander vibes to it, there's a moss note here that I just did not like at all, and it ruined the fragrance for me. So even though I burned it all the way down, I didn't really enjoy this one very much. So bummer, but at least now I know that I'm not a Holiday Wishes girl. However, this one, I ended up really enjoying it, and I finished it this week. It is Cinnamon Peach Latte, again from Homeworx. It feels really good to finish these Homeworx candles because I've really been working hard this year to kind of put a dent into that particular collection. I will be doing, I did this last year where I shared what's like kind of what's left in my collection. So I just take you guys through what I have, you know, from the different candle companies that I tend to frequent the most. So typically it's like stuff from Bath & Body Works, from Nest, from Homeworx, Kringle, you know, all of those. So I'm actually very curious to get all of my Homeworx stuff out and to see what I have left. There's still way too much left, but what are you gonna do? Anyway, what else was I burning this week? Obviously Vintage Pomander. I know a lot of you guys are finally starting to get your orders, and I am loving all of the messages that you're sending me regarding this fragrance. So many of you really enjoy this particular like take on orange pomander, and it makes me happy because this really is the type of pomander fragrance that I tend to gravitate towards. It's a little bit more focused on the citrus. I did, by the way, do an in-depth review. Oh, that went up earlier. I just love the smell of this. It makes me so happy. I did upload an in-depth, you know, just regular candle review on my collab candle here. So if you're curious, definitely check that out. But I love it so much, and all of your kind words about the fragrance itself just really have like boosted my mood this week. So thank you so much. And definitely let Kringle know that you love it as well, because that's gonna, Mick already said that he would definitely keep the fragrance in the collection overall. But I think, you know, if we can just put more of that energy towards that, we can get a little bit more of a guarantee maybe. No, he already told me that he would, but I do think it's just helpful for Kringle to know like what people are enjoying and what they're not. So leave your reviews on the Kringle website for any of the fragrances that you really enjoy, or if there's one that you don't enjoy, I think it's okay to also say that. So anyway, definitely rocking some vintage pomander this week. I've also been burning the winter candles from the winter collection that dropped last week. So we have knit sweaters. I will definitely, this is actually the video that is going to go, or the 3 videos that will go up on Tuesday. I'm going to try to get around to filming this maybe on Monday evening or something, but knit sweaters, winter cypress. So these 2 are definitely at least a quarter of the way in. But let me tell you, the one that I think that I have connected with the most is definitely the Cozy and Warm. I've heard some people say that this smells like the vanilla latte to them. Now, I had vanilla latte back in the day, and I can see where that comparison could come from, but I don't remember exactly what vanilla latte smells like. I do have a review of it on my channel. This definitely does smell like a latte, I will give it that, and it does have some vanilla vibes to it, so I can see where that would come from, but honestly, just for the life of me, I cannot remember, like, in my head what the vanilla latte smells like. So, but I really like this one. This Cozy and Warm is absolutely delightful, so I've really been enjoying this one with my morning cup of coffee for sure. Sorry, my foot is falling asleep, so I have to... Oh, I have to move my little buddy who's just so upset about it right now. You gonna go away? Or are you gonna readjust? He's readjusting. Okay, we're good. We're still besties. All right, let's keep going. Okay, so I did bust out another vanilla balsam after the last one dudded out. This one was from, looks like it was 2021. I think it was 2021. Anyway, I love vanilla balsam. This one, the wicks are different on this one. These are the types of wicks that I really like from Bath & Body Works. The other one that I had the big, like, thick tree stump-like wicks. So this one seems to be burning a lot better, which is great. I was also burning, is that it for Bath & Body Works? Holy cow, that's it for Bath & Body Works. Yep. I do have Marshmallow Fireside behind me here, but that is part of my Christmas Eve and Christmas Day lineup. So again, watch that video if you're interested. But I finally got around to burning these candles that I bought from Homeworx.Shop probably 3.5 months ago. I can't remember when these dropped, but I bought them when they first showed up on the website. And they've just been sitting upstairs waiting for me to start burning them. So I'm way late on these. I have Gilded Garland burning this one this week. I remember when I first got this one, I was like, I don't know that I really like this. But actually, now that I'm smelling it, I actually do really like this one. I'm still going to do in-depth reviews on these. This one's Fir Garland, Juniper Berries, Cinnamon, and Sandalwood. This just kind of works with my nose right now, so loving this one. If it goes on clearance, I would say snatch it up. I think it's quite nice. This one here is Christmas Confetti, and this one is kind of interesting. It's slightly fruity, so holly berries, white birch, orange peel, and crystallized sugar. First of all, holly berries don't really have much of a scent to them, but I do smell that kind of white birch vibe in here. Homeworx actually used to have a candle called White Birch, and I think some of the oils maybe from that one were plopped into this one, but it's the orange I think that gets me here, as well as the sweetness. It's nice. It's not my favorite fruity type of scent from Homeworx. And I wouldn't really consider this like a holiday fragrance, but it's nice. This might actually be kind of a good one for over New Year's. So there's that. And this is definitely my favorite, this Merry Marshmallow. Did any of you pick this one up? I really like this one. It is such a lovely sweet scent. So fluffy marshmallow, vanilla bean, sweet caramel. I don't get much in the way of caramel at all here. And then whipped cream. This is delightful. If this is still available, I'm not sure if it is, I would snag this for sure. Also, this was another Christmas in July candle from Homeworx. What's this one called? 'Twas the Night Before. This has that smoky hearth kind of vibe to it, which really in years past I did not care for at all, but I'm coming around to it this year. And this is a nice take on it. It's kind of a sweet smoky scent. Trying to figure out where that sweetness is coming from, because it's Midnight Frost, Green Balsam, Baccara Rose, Smoked Cedarwood. That smoked cedarwood is really the most predominant note here. Maybe the sweetness is coming from the Baccara Rose, although that's not an overly sweet rose. Does anyone else get like a sweetness from this? I don't know. Maybe Santa is imbuing it with sweetness, but yeah. Anyway, I actually really enjoy that. And this is another one. This is another kind of interesting scent that like really has never been in my wheelhouse in the past, but for whatever reason this Christmas, I am just all over these kind of leathery, smoky type of scents. This is Father Christmas from Kringle. I lit this up a couple times this week. This leather note in here just smells so, it just smells so good to me. I don't know what it is. My nose has changed a lot this year. I will say my hormones going haywire have been mostly not a great thing for me, but it has changed a lot of my fragrance tastes, which I think could potentially be a good thing. So I think it's always nice to kind of branch out and, you know, smell new things. Anyway, I am almost done. I think I've got one more burn with this. This is my LAFCO Hazelnut Torrone. So this one did tunnel, obviously quite a bit. Not as bad as the Spiced Pomander, but definitely a little disappointed. I will say once I pop this into the candle crock, it's going to give me several days of some really great fragrance. I do love this Hazelnut Torrone fragrance. You smell that like delicious, like nutty, nougaty goodness. It just smells so good. It smells like Torrone. Like, oh, it's so good. I love the fragrance. I do wish these were a little bit stronger. In the future, when I try more from LAFCO, I think it's going to be my policy to try their candles that have more than one wick in them. I just feel like the one wicks kind of tend to struggle for me. So anyway, if you have better luck with the LAFCO, like larger sizes of candles, will you let me know down below? These aren't cheap, and I don't mind blowing money on a more expensive candle, but I just would like a little bit more of a guarantee that I'm not gonna like deal with the tunneling if I'm gonna spend more money on one of their candles. So speaking of spending money on larger candles, I didn't bring it in here, but I did light up my beautiful Voluspa Noble for Garland, of course. I have the 5-wick hearth size in that one, and it was worth every penny. I'm not going to finish it before the end of this season, so you'll see what's left of it come out again next year. So this one right here, okay, this is Spiced Orange Pomander from Nest, but this was the Nest and Crate and Barrel collaboration. Nest actually discontinued their orange pomander scent. I think they only had it out for like 1 or 2 years. Anyway, I fell in love with it, so of course they discontinued it. But then for whatever reason, just 1 year, I want to say it was 2021, I'm pretty sure it was 2021, they partnered with Crate and Barrel, and they brought out, of course, their holiday scent in some Crate and Barrel packaging, as well as the Spiced Orange Pomander in the Crate and Barrel packaging. I actually thought this was a 3-wick Birchwood Pine that was sitting up in my closet. No, it was my beloved, you know, Spiced Orange Pomander from Nest. And actually, as far as like orange pomander fragrances go, besides mine, this has definitely always been my favorite, and it is because this one also has much more of an emphasis on the orange, like the citrus, more so than the clove. So yeah, bummer that Nest continued this, but I swear, like, they just do away with all of the stuff that I fall in love with. They discontinued one of my favorite perfumes from them, Midnight Fleur. Still haven't forgiven them for that. I have not forgiven Nest for this, yet I continue to purchase because I do love their holiday and their Birchwood Pine. And those seem to be the 2 scents that they just like never do away with. So I guess I should knock on wood because I'm sure next year they'll be like, sorry, holiday's gone. Oh, please don't. Please don't do that to me, Nest. Anyway, okay, we are gonna wrap it up with some wax melts. Listen, I was a little lazy this week in terms of changing out my wax melts. So I changed everything on Monday, and on Wednesday, everything kind of started dying down. And then I was like, ooh, a lot of my dishes look kind of dirty and gross. So I just turned off all of my warmers after getting the wax out, and then I started kind of trying to clean up some of my Scentsy dishes because they were just looking kind of rough. So I like to use the counter clean from Scentsy to do that. And then I am just at this point saving the clean dishes for the home fragrance that will go in for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So all I used this week was Cozy Kitchen, and I combined it with one of my beloveds that is from my Scentsy Club, Stroopwafel Delight. Smells exactly like a stroopwafel. So you have that beautiful caramel note, but you also have that like waffle note. It's absolute perfection. And Scentsy should just make this one permanent again because it was amazing. So yeah, that was it for Scentsy so far this week. But again, in my video for tomorrow, you'll see the Scentsy. I have quite a few different Scentsy fragrances that I have pulled out ready to put into my warmers. So but you'll have to stay tuned for tomorrow's video for that. So anyway, you guys, that is all that I have for you. I really hope, again, that you have a lovely holiday weekend if you're celebrating. Hopefully it's filled with just joy and happiness. And again, thank you so much for all of your support this year. I'm sure I'll say this again in next week's video as we head into the new year, but I am truly grateful for all of your support this year, all of your kind words, your encouragement, just taking the time to watch my videos and leave comments. Just, it means a lot to me. It definitely brightens my day. So, yeah, I just wish you all the best for your holiday this weekend. And again, thank you so much for taking the time to be here on my channel and for embracing Alf, who has been a constant in these videos this year. So he is definitely, man, he is sawing a log down here. He's completely passed out. So all right, you guys, have a great weekend. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new, and I will see you for tomorrow's video. Take care. Toodaloo.